Hi, it's Ivo Jeramaz here with Grgich Hills Winery. I'm a grape grower and I'm a winemaker for family-owned business in Napa Valley. Today I would love to share my passion for Sauvignon Blanc. Sauvignon Blanc is one of the most beautiful white variety in the world, but here in Napa Valley it's a bit neglected. Cabernet Sauvignon is the king and fetches far higher price for grapes and wine. Therefore, every year there's a less and less Sauvignon Blanc around. Luckily for Grgich Hills, we bought the land or vineyards many years ago before prices escalated for acre of land, and we have all 5 estate vineyards. And we planted about 50 acres of Sauvignon Blanc almost 30 years ago. Napa Valley is a very unique place to grow grapes for at least 2 reasons. First one is that we have very diverse soil due to millions and millions of years of volcanic activities and earthquakes. Secondly, climate. Climate is unbelievably good to grow top quality grapes. We have Mediterranean climate, which means all rainfall happens between October and April, and then we have very dry spring and summer, which is good because you don't have too many diseases. Then big factor, plus factor for us is Pacific Ocean, which is around San Francisco, always cold, maybe 53, 55 degrees during summer. So that Pacific Ocean helps create fog, famous fog around San Francisco Bay, that is cooling our land, especially at night, and especially in the south. So in Napa Valley, which is only 35 miles long, you can have up to 15 degrees difference between south and north. All our white grapes, including Sauvignon Blancs, are planted in South Napa, Carneros, and American Canyon. And so we capture this cool area, which is important for especially Sauvignon Blanc to retain acidity. So our biggest vineyard for Sauvignon Blanc is American Canyon, about 40 acres, and we have 5 acres in Carneros. When we planted this vineyard in '98 in American Canyon, there was very few vineyards around. We did not know what to expect. To our great pleasant surprise, we are producing incredible grapes which we turn into incredible wine. Secret of great Sauvignon Blanc is in acid, and that's why it's important to grow grapes in cool climate. Once grapes are ripe and we harvest them, all harvest is done at night. We start like 1 in the morning, and then first batch of grapes are delivered here 5 o'clock in the morning. Why is that important? Sauvignon Blanc, you will never allow yourself to oxidize Sauvignon Blanc juice, because if you do that, you lose aromatics. Sauvignon Blanc, unlike Chardonnay, is very aromatic grape, and aromas come through fermentation. And these so-called precursors that when you smell just grape juice, you don't have much aroma, the Sauvignon Blanc juice, yet through fermentation, these beautiful aromas of passion fruit, boxwood, grapefruit are revealed. So if you oxidize your grapes by picking grapes during the day and your juice is 80-90 degrees, you have brown juice, you can lose 30 to 40% of aromatic potential. So that's why we have to pick at night. We load grapes inside the press, whole cluster, we press it gently. After a couple hours, we get juice, Sauvignon Blanc juice, we settle it and then ferment it. Most of Sauvignon Blanc is fermented in so-called foeders. These are big French oak casks, but they are like 1,500 gallons big. All Sauvignon Blanc and all other Grgich wines are fermented with so-called native yeast, and which creates more interesting kind of flavors and respects terroir, which is something that we really want to express every year. What is also interesting, how we make Sauvignon Blanc. Most people are done with Sauvignon Blanc by December, January, and it's released and consumed right away. After fermentation is over, which is about 2 weeks, we keep Sauvignon Blanc on sediment or surly and stir it, and this process creates creaminess and richness Sauvignon Blanc to be balanced with great acidity. So now I would like to taste some of our current release 2017 Sauvignon Blanc. We call it Fumé Blanc. You know story, Robert Mondavi invented name. My uncle Mike, who worked for Robert, when he made his first blend of Sauvignon Blanc, called it Fumé Blanc. It's just a name, but it's Sauvignon Blanc grapes. 2017 vintage was, we have a decent amount of rainfall, but it was extremely hot. One of the hottest vintages in our recent memory. And for some of you remember, we had also awful fires, but we picked all these grapes before fires. I was shocked to find out how good acidity this wine had, considering how hot it was. And so it's a rare combination of power with finesse. Finesse coming from this incredible acidity that this wine possesses. On the nose you get ripeness, but also a strong presence of minerality, which is one of the hardest things to capture in great white wines. This acidity brings lots of lemon, lime, grapefruit. On the palate, definitely there's a fullness which again suggests very ripe vintage. Impeccably balanced, nice acidity, refreshes you and provokes your buds to kind of almost salivate, and you want food with this wine, something like shellfish or fish. And then, as I said before, this surly process brings the texture. Texture is well balanced with high acidity. The result is very flavorful wine that you can drink glass before dinner, but also can go very well with many different foods. I hope you give us a chance with this wine and try it. It's a wonderful wine for spring and summer in particular. Thank you for listening.